Good morning. Let's discuss stress and illnesses' impact on keto. Now, if you're frustrated that you're eating the same thing but your weight loss has stalled, maybe you need to analyze your stress. Stress causes our body to make more insulin. Our body interprets stress to mean that we're in danger. Now, in the past, stress meant famine. It meant you were going to have a limited food source. It came from war, which limited food, fire, which destroyed homes and crops. It destroyed the animals in the forest. Flood, which also destroyed food stores. So the response to stress was that danger was coming, food was going to be limited, and you were going to either have to flee or fight. So your body was going to need more energy. Nowadays, stress doesn't mean limited food, but our body still responds the same way. Our hunger increases because our brain thinks that we need to eat what's available now because it won't be available later. So if you're feeling stress and you're labeling it emotional eating, it might not be. It might just be the body's normal response to danger. And your brain thinking, eat now because food won't be available later. So if you had to flee from war, back when there were no refrigeration, box or canned foods, you weren't able to carry all that food with you. You had to eat what was available when you saw it. Your brain is designed for survival. But the problem is, nowadays we always have food. Hang on a second. So if you're feeling stress, your brain wants to build up your energy stores in fat for later. So if you're feeling stressed, you need to approach food on an intellectual level and be aware that your hunger is going to increase, your stress hormones are going to increase, and it's going to cause your body to make more insulin. Your brain is going to want your hunger to increase, and it wants you to store fat for survival. But nowadays that isn't necessary, so you're going to have to approach food on an intellectual level. So it's best to make a plan. So when you're not stressed and everything's great, make a plan now for when you're stressed later. That might mean having an established meal plan, established eating times, know what helps you lose weight, know which foods you can eat more of and not gain weight. Maybe you can eat more fat and not gain weight. Maybe you can eat more protein and not gain weight, or vegetables. Make a plan. So when hunger hits, you know what you can eat and what you need to avoid. Make sure you avoid those high carbs and that sugar. Second, work on reducing your stress. Now for me, that means morning walks. When stress happens, when there's a family illness or crisis, an emergency, what do I tend to do? I just tend to eliminate that walking. I feel like I don't have time for it. I don't have the brain energy to make myself go walk. But that is a big mistake. I have to include those morning walks and remind myself and make that plan during an emergency and crisis to get my morning walks in. Now for you, maybe that means swimming, walking at the mall, maybe yoga, reading a book, an hour of video games every day. Know what reduces your stress. Try to be proactive and include that during times of crisis. Make time for stress management. Meditation is also great, but for me, walking is my meditation. I just don't like sitting and meditating. Working in the garden, sorry, it's so windy, is important for me, but my challenge is my arthritis. So working in the garden doesn't always lessen my stress. Walking is best. Remember, illness is another kind of stress. Most of the time you don't feel like eating or you eat less, but your body has to repair itself and heal, so it's going to increase your insulin. Your sugar will go up. You might stop losing weight and burning fat because it's your body's way of healing and survival. Now remember, these two things, stress and illness, might cause you to stop burning fat. I hope that helps you. I'm really enjoying looking at this beautiful college. But it's time to walk home. See you later. Bye-bye. Love you guys.